Les nouvelles du Facteur.
I think we have to jump in and talk about this, something that not a lot of people seem to know about, that Congress can actually work outside of the Department of Justice and arrest people in certain situations where there's contempt of Congress. So what is this all about?
So a little bit of history here. So normally what happens, and we've seen it play out with the Steve Bannon case and the Peter Navarro case, Congress issues subpoenas because it has that ability to do so per the Constitution and the laws. These investigations, they can only be advanced by the issuance of all these subpoenas for documents and for witnesses. But what happens when a witness doesn't show up? Or what happens when the director of the FBI doesn't produce the documents under subpoena? It's a violation of a congressional subpoena. And so what happens when you don't have a Department of Justice who's willing to enforce the law unilaterally and not based on a two-tier system of justice? Our founding fathers thought of this. Our congressional history speaks directly to it. There is this rule of law that's called the inherent contempt of Congress powers, which basically means, and is set up for this precise scenario, if you can't trust the Department of Justice and or they won't do their job, the Speaker of the House, after a vote of the full Congress, can order the Sergeant at Arms, who's the number one cop for Congress, to go and arrest individual citizens and government employees who violate congressional subpoenas. And they can be detained. They can go rent space at the D.C. jail, just like the FBI did for all the January 6th defendants, right? It's an extreme measure. I will give you that. But it was thought of for this very specific reason. So is this Speaker of the House and is this congressional leadership team going to be willing to exact that measure of justice if the DOJ and FBI aren't willing to do it? That's the question. That's just one example where Congress has this inherent power to basically adjudicate matters of congressional subpoenas that have been violated themselves.
Pour ceux qui veulent soutenir notre travail, les liens sont en description.